Hi Taurus, it's Quinton here. I'm going to be looking at your essays. Really great to see you on the sentence guide course, and hopefully we can get you up to that level that you need for the IELTS exam. It'd be really useful if you could let me know, since this is your first set of essays, if you could let me know what your goals are. Have you taken and answered these by answering these questions? One, have you taken the IELTS before? And if so, what score did you get? Question two, when do you plan to take the IELTS again, and what score do you need or hope to get? And then question three, why are you taking the IELTS exam? If you could answer those three questions, it'll help me know what your goal is and help me ensure that I can get you to that goal. Okay? So that would be great if you could answer those questions in your next email back to me. Let's go ahead and look at your two essays today. Let's start here with your task one on doing an enjoyable activity with a child. You're a little shy on the word count here. I think I counted 248 words, and we need at least 250. And I'd be more comfortable if we had something closer to 260. So that's something we need to work on, Taurus, is getting your word count up a little bit more. And I think we could do that in your P1 and your P2 by adding maybe a more academic sounding example into that. So we could look at that. Let's go ahead and read through it. These days we have found that doing activities with our children can develop some skills which cannot be developed through books. Yeah, there's a lot of use same language there. I wonder if we can change that up so we're not using develop and can so much. Maybe you could say, these days we have found that doing activities with our children can develop some skills which we are unable to achieve through just reading books. Recent studies show that kids who play, change your verb form there, who play interesting and fun games, not funny games, have better abilities than kids who are just reading. In this essay, I will discuss this issue using examples from sports games to prove the point and support my opinion. So you can add some more language there into that summarizing sentence, and that might help out a little bit there. And back to this point, funny games. The word funny is used when we're talking about funny as in ha ha ha, that made me laugh, funny. Fun, different form of the verb. Often ESL students get that wrong and they think you can use the word funny anywhere when you think of fun, but funny is really only used when you're thinking about something that makes you laugh. That's the only time we can use funny in terms of something that makes you laugh. So your P1 here, I see you try to use a transition here for the first. It's a very unusual transition. It's not something we would normally say. I think here you could say, instead of for the first, you could say to begin with, comma, when kids are doing physical activities, comma, such as playing games, swimming, or even just running, comma, they develop, no pronoun needed there, they develop skills like speed, endurance, and power. So here we have an incomplete sentence. Maybe you could say, this is especially, especially, true if they play team games. So this acts together as one word. The plural just goes on games and not on team, so no S there. Team games like soccer, water polo, or basketball, or baseball. It helps them to learn how to analyze the situation, take quick decisions, plural. And I think, just do a list of 3 here. It helps them to learn how to analyze the situation, take quick decisions, and become a leader in the team. Great list though, a really good idea there. It is impossible to improve these skills when they are only reading, no A there, when they are only reading books. Good, great idea, a fairly strong P1 there. For the second, maybe instead of that, that's again an unusual phrase for us to say for the second. I think we would say here, additionally, if the younger, change your form there, generation, are doing different activities like table games, it teaches them how to organize their thoughts, helps them organize their thoughts, focuses their attention on different criteria, bit of a change there, focus their attention on different criteria, and rules of the game. Cards, domino, and Monopoly can be used, I would say, to increase kids' concentration, level of control, maybe take that out, it's a little confusing, and help to find the best way in difficult situations. As a result, we could see big improvements with their study and with their, add your pronoun there, their personal growth. And then again here, another summarizing sentence like you had before. All of these would be very difficult to achieve just by reading. To summarize everything that was said before, I want to add that doing activities, our kids are becoming better physically and mentally. Yeah, to summarize, that's good. That's a good transition. You know, summarize is really just to tell you about what you've already told, not really introducing too many new ideas. So here I would just say to summarize, it is clear that doing enjoyable activities with our kids can help them to become better physically and mentally. I really believe that in the future more people will recognize these facts and will begin, begin, to adapt them in their daily lives, and we will see more healthy and smart people around. Good. Overall, good first essay, Taurus. Let's look at your second task 2 on family communication. Okay, Taurus, yeah, I had to read through your second essay here on family communication. You have the right idea in terms of coming up with the ideas and the examples, and which is great. You're doing a great job with the task response. I just need to get you up on that word count. So here you only wrote 239 words. So I want to take your ideas and make them into academic sounding examples. I'm not sure if you've got to that point in the course yet, but I want to go ahead and mention it here. So when we get to the P1 and P2, show you what I mean by an academic example. And I would like to see that in your P1 and your P2s to up your word count. And I think that will be very important for you in terms of something to learn between now and the 6 days before your exam. Because we don't really have a lot of time to work with, so we need to see where we can make the most, or as we say in English, where we can get the biggest bang for your buck. So the thing we can change the easiest is going to get you the most points. So I think by adding these academic examples is one way we can ensure we get your word count up, so you don't lose points for that, but I think it will make your essay stronger. So that's the one thing I really want you to work on for the next essays, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's read through it. In the couple of last decades, so here we'd say in the last couple of decades, change your word order there. In the last couple of decades, we can see that communication between people has changed, and I would just say, just to be concise here, and some families, I would take that out, and some families talk to each other much less. It is happening, I'd say this is happening because of new technology and the growing speed of our life. I agree with this. I agree with this statement and this essay. I will use examples from Skype and changing job lives or changing lifestyles to explain my position. For the first example, here again you could say to begin with. I try to take out your personal point of view as well. So I would say to be here when you're in your P1 and your P2. So say to begin with, we have around us a lot of different devices like mobile phones, laptops, and applications such as Skype and WhatsApp, which help to keep us in contact with our relatives. However, at the same time, we are not using them for communication but just for checking information or playing games. I try to avoid these words some. It doesn't really add anything to an academic essay. And then here you could say, you can add your example here. Take for example a recent survey by Gaming Today, which showed that 75% of individuals use their mobile devices for gaming and internet browsing. Full stop. So you've put in some sort of example in there, a made-up academic example that backs up your idea. Therefore, it takes two, so we have two. That form of two has two O's. Too much time, too much of our time, and we talk with our families less. Good idea, and good idea. Just need a stronger example to back up that idea. For the second, here you can say furthermore, and then here take out this phrase. I want to say, try not to put your personal kind of point of view in here. Furthermore, with the growing economic and changing, maybe not policy, I think changing job lifestyle, or changing job styles, S-T-Y-L-E, I think you've missed your spelling there. So with growing economic and changing job styles, our life has become much faster than before. People are running all the time, working much harder, and are always in a rush to be somewhere. Very strange, always hasty somewhere. I know what you meant, but it's a strange combination of words to use here. Or always rushing somewhere. Take, for example, a recent study by Lifestyle Today, which showed that individuals today spend 10 hours more a week working than they did 2 decades ago. As a result, we have little time, or as a result, we move from city to city, from country to country, and we have no time and opportunity to contact our relatives and people who are close to us. So make sure you put in words like relatives, family, something to relate back to the task response. To conclude, comma, from these examples given, comma, I firmly believe that someday more and more people will understand how important it is to communicate between our family members, and we will not lose connection with them. Good. I mean, Taurus, you have the right idea in terms of the task response. Just really work on this idea of putting in an academic example. I think if you haven't learned it in the task or in the course yet, you will learn it soon. And I think that's very important, one, to up your word count, but also to give some more weight to your essays. So what I'd like you to do is create what we call an error list. This is a list of the mistakes that you've got wrong. And I want you to correct these two essays with the suggestions given. watch the next set of podcasts, and then go ahead and write your next 2 set of essays, and then get them back to me in one email, your error list, your corrected essays, and your 2 new essays, so that I can have a look at those. All right, Taurus, keep up the good work. Keep focused on this. I want this back in 24 hours. We've only got 6 days, so we don't have a lot of time to get you where we need to get you. So do try to get this back to me within 24 hours. All right, keep up the good work. Bye for now.